100% of everything.
Typical to people.
You get me?
And they can be stereotypical to me like they do. Drunk English boy, yes, they can do that.
Well, you are, bruv. You're just doing what you
yeah.
Like, we're just making, we're judging by what's
what's in front of you. So I can judge you on what's in front of me.
Well, what's in front of you? You see drugs?
Somebody that I...
You see that's a stolen bike? Did you see that's a stolen bike? Did you see that's a stolen bike? He just said that's a stolen bike, and then he said I'm a drug dealer.
My bike, he stole it.
There's a baguette in there as well.
We ask you to
produce you get me?
You got to produce a receipt for
I'm judging by what's apparent. I'm judging by what's apparent, innit?
I never said that.
Oh shit, I'm on the video.
Because Ardz is slandering, isn't it?
Quick, he's on the run, he's on the run.
Oh, what's it?
I don't even know him.
He just dropped the cameras.
Look out, it's the bike.
No, I don't even know him. I've never even met him.
Oh, it's the camera he doesn't like. The bike of
How can I have a proper how can I have a proper conversation with someone I don't know?
He's there. He's hiding from the camera.
I can't have a proper conversation with someone I don't know. Don't know his name.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
from?
Is it achievement, yeah? What you're saying? It's not, might not be sought after in that way for somebody else. They might want to go down a different path.
Fangirls.
Getting whatever they want to achieve. So for example, you might say, I want this many motorways in this country and that's an achievement, right? Roads and all this kind of thing, networks. Another country might not want them. They might want to preserve farmland, they might want to do this. So how can you say that we've achieved more than them? Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, okay.
Because
So why is the immigration only one way?
Because your currency is good, isn't it? And,
the currency
and you have a good system like healthcare.
Why is
you
the
know you
currency
do.
good,
So, yeah,
We're
but
not
you
saying
are
I'm not
aware
saying that you've got a bad
still get
system. Have I ever
currency.
said that you've got a bad system? I've never said
But
that.
will you
that's why
admit that it's
people
a
are
better system? A lot better.
Magna Carta.
Not a lot better, but it's a very good system.
So whenever you exchange the
But there's a lot of
sterling,
loopholes in it where people that
of course,
don't deserve
the
help
loopholes
are
is
getting
letting
help.
people in from the third
You know what
world.
I'm saying?
Yes, there
A
are.
lot of people
there
that
are loopholes.
don't deserve it are getting help.
You've been for a run? You've been running this morning?
You can sell Bible with that would wreck with
Oh, you're at the gym? It's like that new kind of trendy fashion.
Why Viagra?
You pull it off though. I've already been going to that baseball. No, they had the baseball, didn't they, in East Ham at the West Ham Stadium yesterday.
He's used to riding things though, so he's okay.
Well, it's it's all right, I suppose. I'm not into baseball myself.
Football's better, isn't it?
But how are you though? Okay. No, we invented cricket. I like cricket.
Oh, because he invented it, yeah?
But they're shit at it though.
Yeah, but the Indians love it. The
Same
Pakistanis
like
love
football, they're shit at football.
It's a lazy man's game. That's why they like
Who
it.
invented
chess? You are
They don't have to run much. You just stand there waiting for the ball.
Like Braden, who invented chess?
Chess, the Russians, weren't it?
No, Indians.
Oh, Indians. Is it?
Yeah, you come from India, chess.
I thought it was a Russian.
Some people think maybe.
It's a pity you don't know how to play it.
way before the Russians.
Do you know how to play it?
I don't know, girl, no,
Girl, no, fucking speak English here. Speak English here, come.
You're right.
Hey, you get in from there and I'll get in from this side. Come, let's do this. You want double bubble?
Pakistan and
You want double
Bangladesh
trouble?
all over.
You want double trouble?
Pakistan
You want double trouble?
Pakistan and Bangladesh.
Look at this pigeon, man, with his fucking weak-old clothes, man. Wash your shit, bro. Go wash your shit. What can you say about me? All he's going to say is Ardz drink. He's going to say Ardz drinks. That's all he can
I
say.
would like it to be
There's
about
nothing else that I've done wrong.
ideas,
That's all, innit?
They
All he can bring up is I've had a drink, yeah? Okay, cool. But I haven't, I'm over.
No, it's so boring. No, it's not about
I slip up sometimes.
You try and talk about ideas with them.
I slip
You
up
try and talk
sometimes.
about not the past.
Okay, wait. I'll talk to you.
Apart from that, you can't discuss
What are your
about
ideals that you want to
I got better clothes than you, I look better than you, I'm younger than you, I've got kids, I've got family.
Guys, shut the fuck
Online is
up,
a community, he's online.
So,
And a pity, the people that follow him
based
are not
on
even of the colour of his own
predictions
skin.
for the population of Africa,
Everyone that follows him
it's
is
going to
people that
double
have
in the
this
next
colour.
30 years from 1 to 2
Online.
million.
All the people that hate us.
Now, how can they be economically prosperous? How can they be
No, but why? Because you go on there and say, oh, ban the back
How
out.
can they
Hey,
make
factory,
their
yeah. Why? And then who
educated
is
and
supporting him?
enriched?
All this time
My argument
who
is...
support Tan? Who support Tommy Robinson?
Surely the
Who
best
support
people
Tan?
to
Who support Tommy
educate
Robinson, right?
Africans are those of
Even this
African
guy,
descent.
Ralph, man, he was cool with him until a week ago, when a couple of weeks ago when he done the gun signs to Rashma, right? He was cool with him until then. He never had no problem with Ralph.
Simply
about Ralph.
because
You was
That's
on
what I'm saying. He never had no problem with Ralph, right?
Putting him boys.
He done some kind of
Indian
gun
brothers.
signs or something.
He's calling you boys.
to go over and educate.
He's calling you boys.
Okay, so being civil, right. Being civil,
Don't compliment each other.
it doesn't have to
Yeah,
talk.
we're
See,
Indian
that's what I'm
brothers.
saying. So being civil on a hangout.
Sell the produce.
So and I'm the host, so I have to moderate it. Yeah. So being civil to the guests that I invite on there to explain their position.
Yeah? Is
How's
that
that wrong?
something that's gonna
Have I called him by here in the park? Ask him. No. Do I call him brother here? No. If he was here, I'd probably go up to him and say, "Black Kasim." And then Ralph, you can't. Tell me
So
that.
you don't think it's going to go that route?
Yeah, he's
The
jealous.
very high amount of
Jealous.
mortality that are still
You're jealous,
rising,
isn't it, Raj?
especially because of
He
war,
was jealous,
because of new
I
wars.
called
like
Raj,
Boko
I
Haram.
called Ralph
Boko
by here, he
Haram
got
is
jealous.
fucking killing people
Oh,
like
that's
crazy.
my brother. Oh,
In
this supposed to be
Nigeria.
my brother.
So I don't think it will rise as
don't
much
cry,
as
man,
I'm
don't
saying.
cry.
But
Alright.
I think it's a very bad
That's his
idea.
Muslim sister.
I mean,
My Muslim. It's not only me. It's not only me
If
that
some
I'm a
people
Muslim.
say
Why do I have to
them,
do it?
it's probably the Africans that are
Is
in
it written on
Europe
my
and in
name
the
that
US.
Ardz has to be the one
They
that
probably
come and,
can
for
help
Using the
Rashma?
situation
I don't get
for your own
it. Yeah, exactly. Stop using Rashma for your own gain. He's using Rashma for his own gain, mate.
They don't want to help them.
Rashma, he's using it for his own gain.
Deal with your community, man. They haven't. They're not.
Stop using Rashma for your own gain.
Guys,
mate.
seriously,
Alright,
what the
so
hell?
why did you not
what the hell
protect her
is
against
going on?
welfare?
I have.
Why would you going to hot
I
me
was
up?
there with you that day.
You said on the
I made a video
what the
with
fuck are
you.
you doing?
Did I not make a video with you? Did I not make a video with you?
I'm loving
Yeah,
it.
Ralph didn't come that day, so what are you talking about? I wasn't here last
Yeah,
week.
I know.
So don't talk shit.
Go get another one.
Go change your clothes, I beg you, bro. Go change your clothes, man. Buy a different suit, man. I could come with a different one next week. That man won't come with a different one. Different shoes, everything like that. I ain't got that, bro. Come with the same fucking retard. What does he think he's Batman or something? You know what the worst thing is? He's got an actual comic, yeah, he puts it in the back chat, and he thinks he's some superhero.
big up to my
Dressed like
drawing
him,
skills.
yeah.
I'm pretty
I swear
talented,
to God, in his brain, that's what he
pretty
is.
talented.
I bet you when he puts
I
on the
got
belt on and that in the
published
morning,
in newspaper when I was
he's like, yeah,
15.
I'm that superhero. He comes out his
When I
house,
was
and I'm like, I'm a
15,
superhero.
I was drawing better than a man that can be like 8 years old. At 15.
Wow, you can draw.
Yo guys, do you want to talk to each other or do you want
Yeah, I
to
got
talk
talent
shit
as well,
about
man.
each
These
other?
fingers, I
So
got
you
more
got
talent in
clap on the
this
back.
pinky finger than most of these
Give him a
guys
clap,
got in the
he
whole
can
body.
draw. Give him a clap, he can draw.
Yeah. What can you do then?
Give him a
Should I be the...
Okay, like I
Raj,
said,
Raj,
did I tell you, that's the
Tommy
only...
Robinson.
He said, do you drink?
No, yeah.
So that's the only insult that he could ever been
What about
drinking.
slapping women up?
Have I ever hit a female? Have I hit a
Slap a
female?
woman.
Have I ever hit a female?
But you said you're going to slap
Are you
her.
slandering my character?
No,
Are
you
you
said
hearing
it.
this?
You said
Have
it.
I ever hit a female?
You
Ever?
said it.
Ever?
You're slandering my character
Don't
by saying
lie.
I'm manipulating Rashma.
You are.
When I was only
You
trying to
are.
help her.
You are. She's mentally
Yeah,
challenged.
well, you're slapping. You're
Leave her alone.
women up.
She's mentally
Yeah,
challenged. Leave her alone.
You
Leave her alone.
You help her then.
No,
Her
he
Bengali,
help her.
her Bengali brothers there, look.
You help
Her
her.
Bengali brothers right
You
there.
help her.
Rashma-
If you
Rashma
did,
is a
you
little-
defended
Why should
her,
I help
you didn't
her?
need to help her.
Why are you bringing me in a
Guys,
restaurant
why don't you
situation?
debate?
bro?
Why don't you debate? Why don't you debate?
Bending over again. It's bending over.
Yeah, come on, debate.
Yeah, go.
Someone,
Go. Keep on doing noise so he goes over there. Someone get like a horn or something over there and just keep on doing it. He's like a little cockroach that
nothing
goes
happening,
to the
just
sound.
I think the cheering is like that. Something happened.
You know what?
What the fuck is going on, man? I don't see any fighting.
I don't even know what this conversation's about, do you? Seriously.
I was sober.
He's angry at me. Yeah.
You see, man, Braden left. Who are you going to
Ralph
argue
came
with
on my
now?
panel and we
the guy
refer to each
pissed
other
off.
as brother.
Oh, okay. That's what we know.
Ask him.
I'll see what
please.
the noise is about.
Ask him to tell you. Do you understand?
Yeah,
So that's the only thing he. Okay, is the camera still running, Riza? Yeah. All right. So James, come here. I'll explain
Come
the
and tell me what
situation.
it is.
So James is
Spill the
asking me.
beans.
So James is asking me. One second. James is asking me what the problem is. Why is Raj so butthurt?
Yeah.
Why has he still got Sophia Lewis's thing up his ass? The reason is, my brother. Yeah. That's Simon. The reason is, my brother.
Sophia.
Yeah. Yeah.
The she.
He. In my opinion, in my opinion, which I'm entitled to, sir. She's a he.
Go for it.
He, whatever.
Spill the beans. Spill the beans.
So he's angry at me because I invited Ralph on my panel, yeah, to explain his comments and his actions against Rashma and all of that, right?
Okay.
I'm a moderator. I host the channel, so it's my show.
So you were nice to him.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't invite you on my show and be hateful to F you, blinded, this. I can't do that. He referred to me as brother. I referred back to him as a brother. Simple as.
Okay.
What's wrong in that? He's butthurt now about that. So then now he's gone around the online for 2 weeks,
Okay.
slandering me, saying, oh, you lot can't even protect your own Muslim woman. Yeah? So he's saying, you can't protect your own Muslim women. This Sikh has to come and do it for you. What the hell was that about? And then now I've seen him and I've cussed him out and he goes, the only thing he can refer back to is, oh, you drink. So I'm like, bro, am I drunk now? No, so if I was drunk now, you could say, oh, you're drunk or whatever. No.
It's craziness, man. It's all crazy.
That's what I'm saying. He's a child, bro. He's 45, 46 years old, mate. Look what he does.
It's a whippersnapper.
Also, I want to say the issues that Raj brings about in terms of Muslims.
He wants to
and
ban the
Pakistan-
burqa?
Yeah. The
It's
issues
his
that-
opinion, right?
It's not just his opinion. He says he wants to enforce it. He starts coming here, he like says, yeah, let's ban the burqa, let's get a rally movement together. Shut up, Raj, man.
Democracy, though, isn't it?
Why don't you go and try fight for the freedom of your own people and get Khalistan?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that?
Yes.
Why are you so worried about Muslims? Leave us alone. We've got already enough things to worry about, bro. The West is on our case.
Because he might care
Everyone's
about,
on our case.
care about this country, right?
Care about what in this country? All he cares
What he
about.
wants. That's democracy, right?
Okay, how about his people take the turban off? We don't like it.
Yeah, you could call for that.
But we won't because we're not insensitive like that.
Yeah.
This is the problem.
But I'm saying it's your right.
This is the problem.
It's
I'm
your
not
right to do
insensitive.
it if you want
look,
to, right?
I'm
And
a
it's his
Muslim,
right
right?
to
I'm a
call for the
Muslim.
burqa
I
to be
believe
banned
you
if he
should be
wants
able to worship your religion however you want to do it, yeah? I'm not going to come and change your thing, yeah? So he wants to come and change our thing.
Right.
If our women want to cover themselves, who are you to decide a woman shouldn't be allowed to cover
Right, but
herself?
he can voice it and you can challenge him, right? What's wrong with that?
Ladies are allowed to walk around in bikinis, but they're not allowed to cover themselves. Do you understand the hypocrisy here? I don't get it, man.
Right, Ardz, can I say one thing?
No, but do you get the hypocrisy, bro?
I understand what I
I've
wanna say
seen women,
something.
listen, on YouTube, there's women that go around with no clothes on, just paint. Have you seen those? Body
Yes,
paint, yeah?
yeah.
It looks like they're wearing jeans, but they're not. It's actually just body paint. Well, why go on there? That's allowed in this society, but a woman wants to cover up, oh, God forbid.
Well, it is allowed at the moment.
Well,
But some
what
people
I'm saying,
are saying
if
it
you
shouldn't be.
Well, in France, it's not anymore. You understand?
In public.
You can't even wear a burkini on the beach. God forbid a Muslim woman decides to go to the beach and have a swim, and she wants to wear a burkini.
Okay.
She's not allowed to. She'll get arrested. But anyway, this is all dragging away from the actual real thing I wanted to talk about.
I think you wanted to say
Yeah, I
something.
want to say
There's
one
a,
thing.
there,
Let this brother
before you do
speak,
that,
yeah.
now quickly, there's a very, very important thing. There's a baby fighting for its life. The mother was stabbed to death. I think like 5-6 hours ago this happened, like last night or something.
Okay.
Up north, man. Did you hear about that, yeah?
What was it, mate?
26. It was in, I think it was broccoli or something
Something
like
like
that.
that,
Really
The
nice
woman got
looking.
stabbed. The mother got stabbed.
Yeah. They saved the
mother-
baby. The
yeah.
baby's like, she was 8
They
months
saved the
pregnant.
baby, but the mother's died.
Do they know what
We don't know yet. We
No,
don't know
no,
yet.
a 37-year-old man.
A man was arrested, yeah. He might be a
obviously.
partner, we don't know what it is. But yeah,
Terrible.
thoughts and prayers need to go out for the baby, definitely, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And we pray for the sister, I mean, inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. I mean, that may God forgive her sins, and I mean, that's what I was going to say. So yeah, go on, bro.
So
That's
listen,
cool. I think this brother
Raj
wants
is
to say
one man who's got all of us jumping from one foot to another. Okay, one man, and all it takes is one thing for us to do. Completely avoid this guy and
But I
stop
do
talking
though.
to- Huh?
I do though. I'm only trolling him right
I mean,
now for
that's what I'm
jokes.
thinking in my
You
mind.
know, sometimes when I'm bored, I'll just come over and say, hey,
Oh,
you
this
guys,
is a troll.
This
come here.
Raj, I feel like this Raj is eligible
He's a
of
lamb.
getting, of creating such a huge problem, but all because we're
Raj
playing
is a
into his,
kabooter.
we're playing into his bullshit.
Good.
Okay, if everyone said, you know, no, but then I mean, look, I'm gonna be
But you
honest,
could just challenge him if you don't agree with what he's
Okay,
saying.
yeah.
what happened
You
was
know how we
Raj
do,
said
brother.
something
Come
which
on.
is extremely derogatory, yeah,
This
and
is
that's
the
when I
thing.
came down.
What did he say?
He said something like, what he said was this, because I grew up in, okay, let me just say this. I grew up in an area in Woolwich, southeast London.
Okay.
And my family was a Pakistani family. Opposite that, my house was a Sikh family. And everybody else, if you know, at that time, in the 80s, okay, there was a lot of racism from the British National Party, the National Front, and
Sure.
the skinheads. So we was living in an area that was like very close to like Bexley Heath, which is the birthplace of the BNP. So we was getting shit put through our letterbox, fireworks. We was getting flour thrown on us to make us look white, yeah. And then the only family that supported my family was a family that was the same origin as Raj's family. And the only family that supported that Sikh family was my family. Despite there was a war, right? We had a war in the past, and there was a separation and segregation. We realized we're both in an area where we are both kind of being attacked, and the children are being attacked. Like we had our parents, and they were very like, vulnerable.
take it, bro.
So for Raj to come and say that this is the issue, that Muslims this, and you know that Muslims have an issue with the Sikh people, right? For me, that is bullshit. That's bullshit. Okay, it's completely lies. And what he's bringing about the problems that Sikh people and Muslim men and Sikh men fighting in clubs, yeah, what he said was happening. This used to happen in the early 90s in some Asian raves around East London and West London area. It just doesn't happen anymore. So he's bringing a lot of issues to the forefront of the frontier, yeah, to the table.
So are you saying you think nothing he's saying is true? Is that what you're saying?
Okay, the grooming gang
Because
thing.
he may have had different experiences to you, right?
Yeah, he grew up in an area. Okay, like he told me, I grew up in a very, very, very English area, and he grew up in a very, very, very Asian area where he had issues, yeah, with Pakistani people. So the only people that supported him were English people, white people. Where I grew up in an area where it was a Sikh family that supported my family, and we grew up in a very, very racist area. So we've had two opposite type of upbringings. Yeah, does it make sense? So he's had a bad experience, right, with some Pakistani people. I think I was told that one female member of his family turned to a Muslim or something. She became a Muslim.
But that's the problem with all this stuff, isn't it? Like generalising, right?
Well,
so people are like,
you know, the thing is, he's
their
saying
personal experience, they're expanding that and saying that's going on everywhere.
Look,
right?
you know, the thing is, look, a religion is perfect, okay? All religions are perfect. It's the people within it that have imperfections, right?
Well,
Okay,
we
the
could
people-
discuss that. We could debate that.
Yeah,
but that's,
it's the people within it that have imperfections. Some religions, some people might disagree. A religion might be right or wrong, but there's people within the religion. It's the people within the religions that have imperfections. And I tried to explain this to Raj. That look, there's good and bad, man. There's good and bad. You know that, right? But you just like to, you know, blow the whole Muslim thing out of proportion, which to me is not free speech. That's hate speech and derogatory speech. I'm not a religious Muslim myself. Okay, if he says about the burqa, me personally about the burqa, I'll be honest with you. If the government can ban the boys that are covering their face with the scarves, right? They stop that. They don't want that no more. They also don't want them hanging with the trousers below. I say, you know, I agree with that. The burqa, me personally, I believe that because London is CCTV crazy. People need to be.
So you've got some common ground there, right? With that?
People need to be recognised, right? The burqa, me personally, 99.9% of communication, it takes place through the eyes, right? Even to avoid having, you know, you're talking to a woman and she's got some big breasts. You don't want to look at her breasts. You're going to look at her eyes. If she's got her face covered, then you know.
See, the problem is now they're starting to roll out facial
recognition
technology.
So listen. They're going to have to keep up with the times. They're going to have to keep up with the times. So I'm not really the whole burqa thing is not really an issue for me. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, okay. I mean, are we talking the full burqa here? Because
I mean,
I don't really
But the
see.
thing is, you and Raj you could have a conversation about that, right?
Yeah,
but what's
you see,
happening is it's just getting into a shouting match with everything.
Raj
It's
is
silly.
okay off camera, but on camera he just comes out with so much horrible hate stuff, you know. He doesn't even realise that. Look, he talks about, like, for example, there's a Sikh family that supported my Muslim family and a Muslim family that supported the Sikh family. I'm not very religious myself, right?
Sure.
So, but yeah.
See, that's where the issue could be, especially with
Is this
government.
camera still rolling? Is it recording? Yeah. Okay, sorry.
This is the issue.
But you got a lot. I mean, the thing is, there you go. You got a lot of common ground there, right? But what's happening is people are just shouting at each other. Raj is here and he's shouting at them, and they're screaming. There was a young lad there, and they were screaming at Raj,
I'm
and
going
he
to
was
give you an
screaming.
example. Big Ardz, when he came down here, did you see the video of when Big Ardz was drunk?
Yeah.
And he came down here to confront Raj.
Yeah.
And I asked Big Ardz, why did you do it? He said it was something he said. One time I was at home and I was watching on YouTube on the video and Raj said something.
Yeah,
And
he
then I got
made some
angry.
remarks about Pakistan, right?
So I came down, I've been in the British Army, you know. When I was in Woolwich, right, I got into a bit of trouble because of this, one of the fucking guys that put the firework through my door, yeah, I put the firework up his exhaust pipe and I set it on fire and I blew up the car and I got caught. Okay, then after that my dad put me in the army, right, and I served in the British Army for 10 years, but I
He
didn't
knew it
go
would get
abroad.
worse otherwise.
Yeah, so I said to him, Raj, look, I've been in the British Army, okay? At first I had a bit of an issue for the first couple of months. Eventually, it went on for the 9.5 months, 9.5 years was perfect, you know? So I said to him that you're talking about integration, right? And then, you know, I've done something, right, for this country that I'm born in. And I said, you have to take that into account, right? And you have to use that as a generalization that there is a good and bad and there's a right and wrong and there's you know, two sides to the circle, you know what I mean? I said, Raj,
It's all about finding common ground.
yeah, Raj's got a mentality where I think it's quite, I'd say it's narrow-minded and it's just
Well,
like,
the problem is when you came over, he was fixated on them, right? Because they're sort of all fixated on each other, shouting at each other, right? And he didn't really want to address your point. You know, you're quite a softly-spoken chap. If he'd have just dealt with you, like you said, off camera, it's probably different. But if people see you talking to Raj on camera, then other people will flock over, right? They want to see what's going on, and then they'll start joining in, and then it becomes a shit show very quickly, you know. It would have been nice for you and Raj just to have had a conversation about the things you've just told me.
Do you believe Raj does this for publicity?
No, see, a lot of people say that about him. They say Raj is, it's all about this and that. And I think to a degree that's obvious. But to another point of view, to mine, I don't think he really sees it that way. I really don't. I think he thinks he's doing the right thing. I don't think he sees it as it's not a game
So what's he trying to prove? What's he trying to gain?
I think he has a position that he wants to express, and he feels that other people are against that view, and he wants to challenge it, right? Ultimately. Even though it comes out as just a slanging match, I think ultimately he does believe that. He drives a lot of people crazy.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't think he goes secretly away laughing and giggling and saying, oh, I'm really screwing with these guys. You know, like some people are trolling, they're enjoying it. I don't think he's doing that. I don't think he is. Do you think that? No. I think he really believes that he's doing the right thing. As much as we might look at it and say, oh, why did he say that? That's terrible.
Well, you have a point. You have a very valid point.
Yeah, and he does. He's quite passionate about.
He's passionate. That's the other thing.
And I've seen him do 3-hour streams.
Yeah.
When he gets really passionate about subjects, especially
if you look at Ardz, for example, when he came over, he's enjoying trolling, right? You can tell he's smiling and he's enjoying it. He's taking the mickey, really. But I don't think Raj is. I think he feels it, and the only way we're really going to deal with that is to get to the bottom of exactly what it is.
One thing Raj said to me in Ardz was, do you support the country that you live in? We both answered yes. Do you believe that paedophilia is right in Islam? And we said no, it's not right in Islam.
Okay.
Then he was like,
I wouldn't expect.
Then he was quite. Well, I stand correct, but I've got nothing to say.
Well, what do you expect you to say?
That he was expecting us to say, yeah, we go the opposite way.
We hate the country. We agree with people. I mean, some people hate the country. It's true. Some people hate the country.
Yeah, when you don't get enough money in it. When you ain't getting
well, you know what I mean. There are people that don't like it. It doesn't matter. They can. I can find you just as many, for want of a better term, British white indigenous that hate the country. Right?
There's thousands.
There's loads,
hundreds
right?
of thousands.
So that's the thing. People don't seem to care about those people. Like if you're a white guy saying I hate the country, it seems to be acceptable. But if you're a brown guy and you say you hate the country,
get out then.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't make sense to me. Like if you're born here, you're born here, and that's it. Yeah. What's the problem? But you can attack someone. If someone says I hate the country, they can be challenged on that. Of course, they can be attacked for that. It's not useful, is it? It's not cohesive.
It's true.
If people are saying I hate the country, have you served in the army for Christ's sake?
Yeah, 10 years, man. 10 years.
10 years, Jesus. Did you do Northern Ireland?
Northern Ireland, yeah.
Yeah, my brother did 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was in like he just missed the Falklands. Yeah. I mean, he's in his mid-60s now, and he just missed the Falklands. But he did 2 tours, Northern Ireland on the Shankill Road.
Not easy.
No.
My mates did Northern Ireland.
He was in the tank regiment.
Royal RTR, Royal Tank Regiment.
Yeah, but he went all over the world.
Yeah, RTR and RTR. I see you, boss.
And he went all over the world. Still draws a meagre pension every week, but I wish I would have done it. I was too much of an Herbert, mate. I went to join up at 33. I went into the TA at Trafalgar Square.
Territorial Army.
Yeah, and they said no, mate.
Is it done, Rez?
The only thing they would have done is a field nurse.
Like, finished.
Gents, I'm going to go get myself something to drink. I'm very thirsty.
Yeah, no. Pleasure, brother.
I need a bloody beer.
Next time, just try and keep it with the two of you, and I think that would be nice. Because you've got some good points and there's common ground there.
Look, I want to be honest with you.
Get away from all the silliness,
I'm
man.
I'm not a religious Muslim. I eat wherever I want. I drink wherever I want. Might have a little bit of devil down in this, huh?
A lot of Muslims are like that.
Listen, there are so many that are like that, and yet listen. This is the thing that really pisses me off about religion. There's so many. Yeah, I respect the religion. I respect every religion. And like I said, the religions are perfect, but it's just the people within it have imperfections. A lot of imperfections. In fact, severe imperfections. You know, these so-called Muslims, they're all sniffing up, selling coke, smoking this, eating. They all eat bacon. They all love. But I've seen them in the cafes in Bethnal Green, the Bangladeshi boys. Yeah, okay, they're having bacon sandwich. You know, sausages.
In the pie shops.
You know, they even went to the mosque on a Friday morning, finished their Friday morning prayer, went straight to the caf, the greasy spoon caf. You know, I've seen it.
Pork sausages.
I've seen it, and I'm thinking to myself, hold on, they don't serve halal sausages here, or they don't serve halal turkey bacon. They only serve pork bacon, back bacon and pork sausages. I'm thinking like, and then you want to come here, you want to act like you got a halo over your head.
Tribalism.
You know?
That's what it's all about. It's about tribalism.
That's why, you know, I believe that religion is a very big divider. It's a very, very big divider.
It is.
You know, you could be separated by religion but brought together by spirit. And by spirit, I mean by a drink. You know?
Nice to talk to you, man.
And
Take
you
it
too,
easy,
man.
yeah.
Thanks,
pleasure.
man.
Take it easy,
yeah,
man.
man.
Cool, man.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Bit more of a wander, and then I think I'm going.
Yeah, I'm trying
Shoot off.
Yeah.
Come take away everything from your melody.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC.
Man don't listen to ITV. Listen.
And taught them chemistry, taught them biology, taught them physiology. Yes, they were. Yes, they were. Because they weren't even Egypt, they were commendable. Okay, anyway. So,